Hi guys, this video has basically two topics. The first is related to sustainability, and the second is related to video production. My first, I'm going to try to cover this as briefly as possible, and I'm wasting time right now. That I was watching some videos about science and technology, and one video mentioned the notion of distributed production of electricity, and that's a sustainable idea, definitely a sustainable idea. But missing from the discussion, which I posted a comment in the comment section on a YouTube video, that there's a lot more to sustainability than that. There's a lot more to sustainability than that. The first basic premise of sustainability that I know of is uh, produce locally, consume locally. That's a inherently sustainable notion. But there's a lot more to it than just that statement and putting it into practice as much as feasible. Uh, the video is about distributed electric generation with wind turbines, and I promised to make a video, and so here it is. But the thing is, the production of that video is so clean. Well, anyways, we'll get to that later. First, let me finish about sustainability. That because the notion is so complex and interwoven in itself in the associated notions of sustainability, that I have to talk about this thing called theme-based villages. Theme-based villages are, please remember and then immediately forget the reference of communes. Okay, the closest thing in the history of the United States, anyways, is this notion of a commune. But forget that reference and just think about the notion where people get together based on common interests, common vocations, like teachers, or even common hobbies. So like soccer or football, or I mean, uh, the international version of football, which is soccer. Uh, I mean, so it could be anything, any reason for getting together into a community form. Now, the whole purpose of this theme-based village concept is because it's sustainable. The current paradigm of social organization, like big cities, like Los Angeles or New York, they're simply unsustainable. Okay, simply and unequivocally unsustainable. So the alternative to me, the practical automatic thing that comes to my mind, this was several years ago, is this notion of theme-based villages. Now, of course, it's not going to be forced, it's all volunteer, and it would take a while, a long while, to transition to this type of social organization. But one idea that would be really cool, that could be implemented fairly easily, is on Mars. Why not? Why not theme-based villages on Mars? It's a perfectly appropriate venue for this notion. Theme-based villages on Mars. All right. So, and that encapsulates the idea of distributed consumption, not just distributed production, but distributed consumption. And I envision these villages, say, less than 50,000 human population each. So like a very small city, very small city. And they do bartering with their surplus and blah, blah, blah. All right. So, it's a really cool idea, but in this next part of the video, which we're gonna do in AZ recorder format, because we can do picture in picture, is something I want to do. I want to like splice together with InShot. Okay, God bless you guys for your godly attention. Okay, we're back. All right, so I wanted to. This next section is about video production, but it's more about my personal request for anybody watching that has any expertise in video production that has a desktop computer. That should be many out there, okay? But and I'm looking for more attributes. Someone who cares. So I suppose anyone who would be watching, really watching, would be someone who cares, and someone who would please help me to make better videos like the following, which you'll see all my subscription list. Hold on a second. On YouTube's. Since I'm new to Bright Eon, I only have one subscription, but I expect there's going to be more later on. And I just subscribed to a few today, as you can see. I mean, as you will find out. I mean, the content is absolutely miraculous content. The way they produce their stuff is so beautiful and so appealing. They have thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I know if I could just somehow find someone out there who has better capability than the smartphone, then that cares, that could help me produce their level of snazziness. I mean, I have these lovely concepts that need a better venue, a better production, but I'm limited by this smartphone. And so just pick any one of these at random. I can just pick any one of these at random, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just incredible content. I'm most familiar with the ones lower on the list, because like Undecided with Matt Farrell, because it's just watch a little bit of their content and you see what I'm saying. It's just absolutely incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. See if I can move this down a little bit. Let's just take the latest one here.
Men everywhere are now cutting their hair at home. Are you? Introducing Microtouch Titanium Trim.
There's no way that
This video is brought to you by Audible. Ocean currents and tides are an enormous amount of renewable energy that's just waiting to be harvested. With tidal power, we don't have to rely on building massive dams and waterways that
that this current format, there's no way I'm going to get the minimum number of subscribers required to get, sponsored. With this format, the way it is now, intuitively that I'm never ever going to get sponsors. The only way to get sponsors is to get a following. The only way to get a following is have snazzy production like these guys. So that's why I'm begging for someone to help, please. Someone who knows how to do this stuff, and someone who has the equipment and the time, and most importantly, that they care, please. I have incredible content that just needs a more, appropriate production.
disrupt the environment in order to capture that power. And even though visions of underwater bladed turbines might pop into your head, there's some other technologies that may surprise you, like an undulating membrane that produces electricity, or an underwater kite. Gives the phrase, "go fly a kite," a whole new meaning. Let's explore some interesting alternatives for harnessing the power of tides that may be coming our way. I'm Matt Farrell. Welcome to Undecided.
Look at this guy's production. It's just so freaking incredible, right? And I want maybe give you guys one more, is it Top Electric? I'm so familiar with this. I already know this company because I used to have a drone.
Over the years, technology has revolutionized our world and daily lives. Modern technology has created amazing tools and resources, putting useful information at our fingertips. Some of the most exciting discoveries and inventions have paved the way for technological revolutions, which have made life better and easier. The world has moved from gas guzzlers to electric vehicles, even to self-driving cars. One of the products of advanced technologies, drones, which have been popularly used as entertainment and delivery machines, has now gone above that. The latest upgrade with drones is self-flying passenger drones. The world's first passenger drone, which is capable of carrying a person into the air while it self-drives, has been unveiled in China. Let's take a look into the futuristic world where self-driving passenger drones become a part of the daily commuting. Most of the amazing facts about the passenger drone you don't want to miss are kept at the end of the video. Flying vehicles zooming through the sky and in between skyscrapers.
And so he has 69.8 thousand subscribers, this channel. And how do you get to that point? Well, you have decent quality production that people expect now. They expect this kind of production, that kind of production, not this kind of production. They expect, people want to see, like me, I want to see that kind of production. I don't want to see a guy talking and blah, 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 blah. I want to see this kind of production. So whatever I'm talking about, whether it's the Prime Goddess Network or whatever it is, it needs decent production. So anyone who cares and can help me, anyone who cares and can help me take this stuff and turn it into that stuff. I mean, I have just as important content. I do. I have just as important content as theirs. I just don't have the production capability to be able to make videos of that quality and what people expect. So I'm begging anyone watching this that cares to please help me. I don't have, I'm living in a, what do you call it, in a shack, okay? And this is the highest tech thing in the shack is this smartphone. But you know, smartphones have, you know, I've maxed it out, man. I've maxed it out, the capabilities. Yeah, there may be picture-in-picture video stuff where I could do video editing and stuff on this device. But you know, it's going to be full of advertisements. Not just that, but it's going to stress the limits of this device. And I believe collaboration, a lot of beautiful things happen with collaboration. So maybe the person, if there is a person out there that actually cares and would help me, maybe we can do a channel together. You know, completely brand new channel together. It's not a bad idea. And this applies to even on Bright Eon, because I'm getting real close to the limit of my introductory allowed 50 first videos. So this video, God willing, is going to be posted both on Bright Eon and YouTube. All right, please pray for me. If you can't help me, then at least pray for me, please, please.